everyone, this is Laura and welcome to the weekly forecast. For this, we'll be working with the guardian angels and they will be giving us messages. I decided to work with numbers. We'll be working with triggers, shadow work card decks. We'll be looking at themes for the upcoming week and then energy for the beginning, middle, end of the week and the weekend. I like to switch it up a little bit so it's not boring for you guys. Have a little fun. That's what it's all about. And I also wanted to let people know that every month I am holding space for people to heal and work through issues that are happening for them, where you can meet me on Zoom, and it's usually the second week of every month, and we'll work with doing different techniques, energy work, meditations to heal and release body, mind, and soul. And it can be with different types of archangels and things of that nature. So if you would like to do that, I'll put that in the description below, and you can just sign up every month whenever you feel like you need a little extra help, a little extra helping hand. All right, and with that, let's go ahead and do our prayer to kind of lock in the energy. Divine Mother God, Father God, source of all life, angels, divine masters, archangels, thank you for being here and protecting the messages that will come through, ensuring it meets the right people and circumstances. And I just want to remind people, if you're watching this for the first time, that the messages are timeless, even though it may say a timeline on it. If you're catching it a year from now, 2 years from now, and it fits for you, take it in. Now, let's go ahead and start with our message from the guardian angels. So I'm just going to call in the guardian angels now. They said that they want everyone to be gentle with themselves, to not push yourself too hard this week, okay? To balance your time and your energy and make sure that you have space for you. For people that have families or you're taking care of family members, make sure that there's always a little bit of room for you to relax, and that it's not at the end of the night where you have to stay up all night to relax. You know what I mean? So this may not be for everybody, so take what fits for your situation. Now let's go to our upcoming themes for the week. I'm going to be using the Guiding Light by Kelly Smith. So I was just kind of drawn to those ones. I like using those a lot. We got 2 theme cards. Our first one is Life Force Energy. And it says, it is time to engage in activities that rejuvenate your mind, body, and soul. So it may be looking at your health, what you are doing for yourself. If you've been eating a lot, I think they talked about this in the reading last week, where people are changing, looking at their diets, what types of foods they're eating, things to relax or exercise. It may also be mental clutter, like what are you filling your head with? What type of music are you listening to? Are you doing things that help you to feel good or to make you feel, angry, upset, tense? Okay. So we have Life Force Energy. Bring in all that good energy and fill up every day with it. And then our other theme card is Align with Your Wholeness. You are not your illness, symptoms, or habits. You, the person, are always whole and perfect. And they're saying this for, like sometimes people are like, they identify with certain conditions that their body has. Okay, I have this disease, or I have anxiety, or whatever. What the angels say is, you don't want to hang on to that. You want to say, this is just something that I'm working through, rather than identifying, I have this, I have anxiety. I'm just working through things. Sometimes anxiety is anger turned inward. What are the root causes of things that I need to look at within my life right now? Okay, and what they're showing me is I see this planet kind of turning and spinning. So it may be I need to see things in a different perspective. Or it may also be about my family members. So this may be if you have family members that have certain illnesses. Sometimes our family members could have like dementia or things like that. And we may just see them in a certain light. And it's time to see things in a different perspective. And then they wanted me to bring out the Triggers Oracle and the Shadow Work. So these are things that I kind of think of as a journal entry. It may not hit you right away that you're like, I don't know if I'm like that. It may be you write it down and then journal about it and see, okay, what feelings come out in me? And then it may be later in the week or maybe next week, you're like, okay, I see where this comes out. It's not something where it's like a behavior you do all the time or something, okay? So I'm going to use the Triggers Oracle. All right. And they just said this may get people, it may, it may trigger you. So try to be more neutral or objective. Okay, here's the card. Here's what it says. I can act resentful and distance myself from people for months without addressing the issue. And I can tell you guys, I know this card fits for me because sometimes if I have an issue where it's hard for me to talk to someone and I have to think about, okay, if I don't say it the right way, I'm going to pop off and get angry and we're going to get in a big fight. I kind of distance myself until I can think of the right way to handle it. So I know that's right for me, but if that identifies for you, maybe this is your opportunity to journal about it and see what are other ways that I can handle when situations like this come up for me. Our other card we have, this is now the Shadow Work Oracle. And I got these off of Etsy. And I don't think her name is Total Divine is the name of this, and she's on Etsy. So I saw her and I just bought up all her cards almost. I got to go and check and see what else she has. Okay, so for the shadow work, egocentric comes up. Not everyone shares the same perspective as you. Listen to others. You may just learn something new. Wow. Now that one can drop a bomb on people. This one is something where you really got to take some time and think about, we all get in our heads, and sometimes we could think only our way is the right way. And that's where you're like, okay, I need to do a mental check-in and I need to be more open to other people's viewpoints, other perspectives, or ways of doing things. Alrighty, so let's get to our energy for the beginning of the week. And we have perfectionist coming up. Keep your standards high and honorable, but let go of the need to be perfect. So that goes along with egocentric, guys. So these are serious stuff, This is like one thing that I like to do is when I do these readings, I'll wait a week and then I'll watch it again. And then I'll see, okay, how did this play out for me? Did it hit for me? And a lot of times I'll be like, oh yeah, this situation happened. And that's why I got that card. So you may want to do that as well, where you're like, okay, I'm going to watch this a week later and see where these things came out for me. Okay. Let go of perfection. What I'm getting is that this can get in the way from your creativity, what you're here to do. You could get stuck in the details, trying to make something perfect, or trying to be the best of the best is not going to get you what you want. It can delay your outcome also. And we may see, they said also that we may see this other people acting this out too. So you may be, okay, you know what? I usually act that way, but I see my friend over here doing this. Wow. It's good to notice those things because sometimes, the closest 5 people that we hang around, we all start to become each other. So you'll notice you'll take on the habits of the people you're around the most. And that in that way, you guys can help each other to change for the better. It's all about lifting each other up. Now for the middle of the week, we have empathic overload. It's time for you to truly honor your highly sensitive nature. So this could be maybe doing too much, or, I know I got some teachers that watch this. They could have overload with their students, or too much work, or, a lot on their plate. This could just be for people in general. They got a lot on their plate, or dealing, and they're in customer service jobs, and it's just a lot going on. So make sure. It could also be too much. You just need that downtime, okay? Take those breaks. It could also mean too much social media, too much on the phone, the tablets, getting sucked into just scrolling all the time. So remember, whenever empathic overload comes in, you need to take that downtime, maybe take a break from people, things of that nature. Soothing music, bubble bath, whatever suits you. I always tell people that float tanks are good for that. You can do a float tank, like go to Epsom, be in Epsom salt, sensory deprivation. I've done that a lot. And it's always helped me to come up with creative ideas. It's helped me to thoroughly relax and let go. And for the end of the week, we have the card True Love. At the core foundation of the relationship is the potential for true love. Now, what I'm getting is this could be about a relationship where at the end of it all, we may fight, we may have problems, but we still love each other. But I also get this could be about loving other people, being more affectionate, for couples that are having issues, couple counseling. For single people, it could be, finding ways to have more love for yourself. It could also be more of a connection with spirit and the divine, talking with your guardian angels every day, bringing them in. And I hear the guardian angels go, yay. And I also feel like you can make your job better. You can make any situation better. It's like true love. You can add love, positivity, and they bring in education, learning, growth. You can turn any situation around by adding a little love to it. And then let me see, for the weekend, let me shuffle, because I think I pulled one card I took a card that was for the weekend and read it to you guys in the beginning for the theme. So let's just see. I'm going to pull one now, okay? What do we got for the weekend? What do we need to pay attention to? Alrighty, here we go. So usually I will pull the cards ahead of time because it's easier for me. And they usually just tell me, pull from the front, pull from the bottom, pull from the middle. So then I don't really just flip it until something flies out. That I don't really feel comfortable with it. That's not my style. Okay, here we go. Here's our weekend card. Follow the signs. Look around for your clues. The answer to your question is right in front of you. So it may be all week you're debating on something, or you're trying to find solutions and answers to things that are in your life, and Spirit is sending you those divine synchronicities, or something just works out, something just right on your phone, something just pops up in front of you. Your friend is like a messenger, and it comes right out of their mouth, and you're like, wow, I've been trying to figure this out for a while, and you just saved the day. It may be you just paying attention to just everything happening right away. Everything is always working out for me. Notice it, so then the synchronicities and the signs get stronger. And with that, guys, I'm going to go ahead and stop here. And I do have availabilities for people I offer people to work with me for a month. And how that works is you can get any of the listings in my store, and then we can work, like if you're having relationship problems, job issues, we will work on it every week. You'll get a reading for 4 weeks, 30 minutes. And sometimes I give people the option, if you're somebody that's very punctual and you'll show up, because I like people that they're like, I want to meet up with you every week, Lori, or you can do voice recordings, okay? Alrighty. Oh, you know what? I almost forgot our number. last thing, okay? They did give me a number 27, okay? And this is a short one, and this is from the Zen O'Clock. You cannot go back. What's gone is gone. It can never return. Laminating will never bring about anything but unhappiness. So here we go. That's our 27. So what I'm getting is stop looking to the past. Stay in the present moment to make your future. And with that, guys, let's have a beautiful week.